This is part 1 video for Mechanical Drawing 4. This video will get you started on the basic layout and the setup for this drawing. Now if we look at the front view here, it gives us quite a bit of our information, and I would suggest starting with the front view and later pulling it out. So you can see here it gives us all our basic dimensions. When we pull it out, we're eventually going to pull it out 3.4 with the basic shape that we're using. Now, this assignment includes supplementary drawings because there's a few drawings. A great example is from here to here is not included in this particular print. Whoever drew this print had the expectation that you do the math to figure out that missing measurement. I've provided you with supplementary drawings that give you some of those missing measurements. For example, the overall height of the basic shape is going to be 4. In the primary drawing, you can see the width is 3, and you can see in this supplementary drawing that the distance from here to here, which was not included in the primary drawing, is 0.7. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over with rectangle, and we're going to start with 4 inches by 3 inches. And we're going to zoom in, and now if we look at this bottom measurement here is 2. I'm going to start by putting a center line throughout our entire drawing, and I'm going to go midpoint to midpoint, and it's going to come in handy for this particular part because it's 2 inches. So from center line it's 1 inch from center line on each side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some layouts with my measuring tape. So you type in 1 inch. Make sure that you go model information before you get too far and change it to decimal. So we got 1 inch there, and likewise on the other side 1 inch. You should be able to see your marks. And our supplementary drawing says it's 0.7 to there, and we won't have to do another layout mark. We can just do a quick pencil mark. Now let's get rid of the stuff that we don't need, and we're starting to look like our basic shape. Now there's going to be a new option that you may or may not have used. It's going to be your offset right here. That's offset. So if we look at our primary drawing and we look at our isometric view, there's a wall thickness to this box. It tells us right here that that wall thickness is 0.3. We're going to use offset. So run the mouse up and down, click once to grab, bring it in, type in 0.3 inches. We're going to get our wall thickness right away. Now we're going to go back to our primary drawing. Now we're going to construct what we call the ears of the gearbox. And to do so, we're going to use some new tools. We want to lay out some lines that are going to give us the angle that's provided. So this gives us an angle from here to there, and depending on how you use the protractor, you're either going to use that particular measurement or you're going to have to modify it to fit your layout. So let's go over here, double check our stuff here. We've got 1.78 is our width, distance from point to point. We're going to use our center line once again. So 1.78 divided by 2 equals 0.89. So we're going to make a mark, 0.89. 0.89 on the other side. Okay. Now we're going to go up to Tools. We're going to grab Protractor. And we are going to stick it right on our guide point. Click once. Come down, it's red. Click again. Let's start moving this up. Now if we went over to our primary, set was 140. So let's go over here. I'm going to type in 140. Enter. Now we've got a layout line. We'll do the same thing over here. Click once, click another time, bring it over in the general direction, type in 140 and enter. Now that's going to allow us to lay out our line. Go with your pencil. Tells us the distance from beginning to end is 1.1. So let's go up there. Type in 1.1. Okay, we're going to go perpendicular. And we have to make sure it's going to be 0.8. And let's go perpendicular. Okay, from point perpendicular 0.8. And we're going to go back and we're going to use our parallel option. Yes. Okay, so now we've got our first ear done. I'll repeat the process over here. 1.1 inches. We're going to touch that, go perpendicular, 0.8, and touch that line again. It's now going to allow us to go parallel, and we're going to go all the way down. So now we've got our basic shape. Let's erase the stuff that we don't need, because we're getting ready to push this so that we can have the thickness that we desire. We're no longer going to need these layout lines, so we can erase those. And we'll go back to our primary drawing. So we've got our basic shape, and now we're going to push it back to get the depth that we require. So that's a 3.4 depth. Just go like so, 3.4. Okay. Now we've got our basic three-dimensional shape, and our box is hollow. Now that's part one.